All right, so here are my thoughts on semen retention based on my experience. And I'm going to tell you guys some of the lies that they've been telling you that you've been believing that are completely false, okay? I'm going to go ahead and tell you guys. Let's go ahead and start with my experience, right? So, when I was a kid, right? And this is by no means a semen retention channel. I've just experimented with this in the past. To this day, I still believe in this. So, I'm going to share with you guys my opinion, how I think about it, because I see a lot of videos still popping up on my feed about it. And so, I want to add to this conversation because I believe my opinion can help you guys in some way, right? So, as a kid in United States, right? Going on the websites, you know what websites. Going on those websites and doing the deed after a long day, or maybe not even after a long day when you have nothing to do, right? When you're growing up, that is normalized. It's so normal to do that as a kid in America, right? I don't know who normalized it. I don't know what happened, but it's normal, right? That's what people consider normal. Oh, that's just something you do. You get a sock, you keep it, you do all this extra stuff, you go on the website, you do your deed, and you're good to go. But you're not realizing that that is an addiction, right? Because I didn't realize that. I didn't realize that until when I was probably, I'd say probably three or 4 years ago when I completely stopped. I stopped because I realized that is an addiction. Something that you do every single day, whether it's an addiction or whether it's just a bad habit, right? Because maybe it's not an addiction. Maybe it's not an addiction to the point where you're scratching and fiending like, oh man, I gotta go on the website. No, no, no. But it's definitely a bad habit because you are teaching your mind instant gratification. You feel bored? Let me gratify myself. You feel bored? Let me release and let me feel good. And then you feel like shit again, right? So you're already teaching your mind that if you're bored, you need to gratify yourself instantly. And for success in anything, it's going to take a long time. If you want to see your abs, it's going to take a long time. If you want to see some muscle, it's going to take a long time. If you want to see some money, it's going to take a long time. If you want to see growth in your business, it's going to take a long time. So guess what? You have to delay gratification. So the way you do anything is the way you do everything. So if you are doing that every single day, you're teaching your mind to instantly gratify yourself. So the moment that things get hard in your goal, you are going to quit because you need to see results quick. You need to see results right now. And that's not how the world works. So that is not only the bad thing about it. The thing about it is you are depleting yourself of your energy, right? And some people believe in this, some people don't. Here is my opinion and my take on this. This is my belief, all right? This is what I think about it. What I think about it is we are on this earth for one purpose. What is that purpose? To reproduce, to make babies and continue making humans continue the next generation, right? So, our mind does not understand that we are in the day and age where we have Tinder and we're just having sex recreationally, having sex here, having sex there, and releasing. My opinion on this is if we were put on this earth to reproduce, right? And that's our sole mission. Our one and only mission is to reproduce. Ultimately, that's why we want success. That's why we want to get the Ferraris and the Lambos and everything. Why? Because you get all these things, you get the muscles, you get the money, then you get the women. And when you get the women, what do? You reproduce. So ultimately, the whole goal is to reproduce. So what happens when you, as a man, are constantly going on those websites and letting it go, going on those websites and letting it go, going on those websites and letting it go 2, 3, 4, 5 times a day? Guess what? Your mind does not know that you are on this website. Your mind is thinking he finally completed his mission. Finally, Gerald finally completed his mission. He finally got all the women. He finally became successful. And finally, he completed the mission and he reproduced. Gerald, you're good to go. You're done, Gerald. Good job, buddy. You are ready to go. No, unfortunately, your mind does not know that. So when you are trying to achieve these things, success, all these things to attract more women, right? Your body, and this is what I think, your body is producing energy. It's producing desire. It's producing motivation. It's producing all these things to make you get up, go out there, become something so that then you can attract women and you can ultimately reproduce. That is my theory on it. Because when you are letting go of that, your mind does not understand the difference. Your mind does not know he reproduced or he's on the site. No, it doesn't know that. So now, once you do that, once you've been doing that over and over and over and over again, guess what? You're going to have low motivation. When you get with a woman, you're not going to have a high sex drive. You're going to wake up and you're not going to have the desire to want to improve because you've been releasing, right? And if you don't believe in this, you don't have to do it. You don't have to do whatever you don't believe in, but this is my beliefs and my experience. This is from my experience personally. I've done both. I have had times where I've gone over 100 days. Over 100 days without doing the deed, right? And I'm not talking about going on the website. That's long gone. I'm talking about letting it go. And I must say, I felt way more energized. And when it's time to go, time for war, the soldier's on the front line and he's ready to go. That motherfucker is ready to go, ready to kill. See, when you were releasing, that motherfucker is in the back. He's in the back and he doesn't want to get up and go fight. You know what I mean? So the lies that they've been telling you is that when you hop on semen retention, you are going to have a harem of women. All these women are going to be chasing after you the moment you walk out. So for Gerald in his mom's basement, that is great news, right? He's like, finally, I can get some women. Finally. And let me tell you something. Brother, that's not how it works. You are not going to retain your seed. That is a complete false myth. You are not going to retain your seed, and women are going to say, oh my goodness, Gerald finally didn't release. Gerald, wow. Gerald, oh my goodness, I can tell he's not on the site. I can tell he's not using that sock. Gerald, hey girls, come on. Gerald. That's not going to happen, okay? So get that out of your mind. The whole reason behind you doing, retaining and keeping your life force energy, because that's the thing. That's the only one thing that can create a whole nother human being. So you're telling me that is just, no, it's whatever. I can just waste that. The one thing that can create life, that can create a whole nother human being, you're telling me that is not in some way going to energize you and going to in some way motivate you and keep you going to try to reproduce, because that one thing can create a whole nother life. And it's within you as a man. So the whole reason behind it is for you to, like, from this book right here, Think and Grow Rich. This is what I learned from this book. I learned this from this book, not only from experience, but I also learned this, the sexual transmutation. So let me read to you a quick little thing from the book. The men of greatest achievements are those, motherfucker. The men of greatest achievements are those with highly developed sex natures, men who have learned the art of sex transmutation. So when they talk about sex transmutation, right, and what you think is you are holding in this seed or whatever, and you're just suddenly, women are going to be flocking after you. Let me tell you something. The whole point behind doing it is so that you can take that energy and you can transmute it into something else to your work, so that then the the thing that women see is, this man is driven, this man is ambitious, this man is focused, this man, because you're on a mission to become better, to improve yourself, to carry out a bigger picture, so that eventually you can reproduce in the end, right? Women are not just going to say he's he's retaining his seed, right? It's the other factors that come with you retaining, right? You are more motivated, you are more disciplined. You seem like you're on a mission to make something greater out of your life. So if you are in your mom's basement and they've been lying to you and you've been watching these videos and they've been telling you that that's just going to happen, completely disregard that. Understand that's not, they're feeding you a bunch of bullshit. Okay? I'm sorry to be the bearer of bad news, but they're feeding you a bunch of bullshit. You need to go out there and become a man of substance. If you are in your mom's basement right now, first thing you need to do is get out of there. Become your own man. Doesn't matter what you have to do. I don't care if you work in McDonald's. I don't care if you work shoveling horse shit. As long as you're a man getting to your bag and taking care of yourself, women will respect that a lot more than you being at your mom's basement. You can't be at your mom's basement and you're retaining your seed, and women are just going to flock to you. That's not how it works. That's not how it works. So personally, right, I have noticed that when I do release, and I'm not talking about, doing the deed with myself, because I no longer do that. I no longer do that because I just don't think it's a good habit for men to have. Not only is it sad, you're sitting there by yourself fantasizing or watching other people, or thinking about an imaginary person instead of going out there and actually doing it, but it lowers your energy. For me, it lowers my energy. I'm gonna speak for myself, because there's gonna be some guys in the comments, I already know it. No, it doesn't lower my energy. I can do this. And listen, bro, this is just my experience. Okay? So for me, it lowers my energy. And what you guys think to be is, I hold in my seed and suddenly, oh, women are just looking at me differently. No, your self-image has changed because someone has fed you this bullshit that, oh, you're going to hold in your seed and women are going to flock to you. Now that you're doing it, your self-image has changed to that. Before, it was the self-image of someone who's a loser. And now that you're retaining your seed, your self-image has changed to someone who women are going to flock to. So your subconscious mind takes that, and that's what's going to be your results. You're going to start seeing women look at you. You're going to start seeing women trying to talk to you. It's not because of semen retention. It's because your self-image has changed. Now you see yourself as a man who women are attracted to. So you're carrying yourself, your aura, your demeanor has changed, and you carry yourself in a way that is more conducive with women being attracted to you. So now women are going to start being attracted to you. It's not because you're holding in your seed. Women don't know that. Women don't know that you're holding in your seed. It's the fact that you're carrying yourself like a man who has confidence. And women like that. Women are attracted to that. So I say that to say this, guys. If you have the habit of going on the websites and letting it go, understand this. Don't even take my word. Try it for yourself. Try it for yourself. You be the researcher, right? You go 90 days without it or 100 days without it, and you're not going to tell me that you don't feel a difference. You're not going to tell me you don't feel a difference, because when you haven't released, guess what? Your Jimmy Dean is ready to go. He's like, yo, we gotta make something happen. We gotta make something happen right now. And so that man's gonna be, like Steph says, on hawk mode. So try it for yourself. Like I said, I think our only reason to be on this earth is to reproduce. And the only one thing that can create life and can create a whole nother human being is that life force within you. So if you're telling me that thing is not going to energize you, it's not going to keep you motivated, because back in the day, they had to have that energy to go out there and reproduce. Nowadays, we have Tinder. Nowadays, we have these websites. Back in the day, they didn't. They had to go out there and they had to become something. And even to this day, you still have to go out there and you still have to become something, because no woman is going to want to be with a loser. It's that simple. So if ultimately the whole goal is to reproduce, understand that life force within you is going to keep you motivated. It's going to keep you, I'm not going to say disciplined, because even if you are retaining it, that's not going to make you a disciplined person. You retaining it will develop that discipline. You holding it in is going to develop that discipline. And how does it develop discipline, you may ask? It develops discipline because when you want to instantly gratify yourself and you say, no, not right now. No, not right now. No, I have a bigger purpose. No, I have a bigger mission. You are delaying your gratification. That is in turn making you a more disciplined person, because you are disregarding how you currently feel for a bigger picture, for a bigger purpose. So whenever you're trying to accomplish any goal, the same thing is going to happen. You're going to feel like quitting. You're going to be on a diet. You're going to be cutting. You're going to say, your mind's going to say, I want some snacks. And you're going to say, no, not right now. Not right now. We have a bigger purpose. We have a mission to complete. And that is going to teach you the traits of being a disciplined man. All right, guys, that's my take on it. That's my opinion. Let me know what you guys think in the comments. Feel free to start up a discussion in the comments, and I will reply to your comments. All right. If you guys tell me your thoughts, even if you disagree, as long as you respectfully disagree, I have no problem with that. Now, if you come in my comments being a hater, then you're not going to get a response other than my automated response. Some of you guys know what I'm talking about. But like I said, feel free to comment down below. I appreciate you guys. We are at 225 subscribers. Help me get to 1,000. I appreciate you guys so much. I'm going to be here every day for you guys. So go ahead and sub up, like the video, and I'll catch you guys later. Peace out.